Welcome, Iona, back
Thank
to the
you.
Zoom room. Nice to see you and to be able to do some text tonight. So I think let's just dive into it. I'm just gonna already done some of the translation. So, and it's 13 paragraphs. So I think let's read. Just do you want to just read the
Yeah.
translation?
Before
Speech.
your, yeah, for sure. Before your companion's pure formless awareness, the world is still, and peace descends on it in gentleness and blessing so complete that not one trace of conflict still remains to haunt you in the darkness of the night. It is your awakener from the dreams of fear.
No, he, because he's talking about your companion.
He is
Or
your
she.
awakener. Yeah, it's fine.
You can translate it as she if you want.
Yeah. He is your awakener from the dreams of fear. He is the healing of your sense of sacrifice and fear that what you have will scatter with the wind and turn to dust. In her, or him,
Started doing a translation, but we'll leave it as him.
is your assurance, pure formless awareness of perfect love is here and with you now. While he is what he is, you can be sure that pure formless awareness of perfect love is knowable and will be known to you. For he is what he is. It could never leave its own creation, its own extension.
Yeah.
And the sign that this is so lies in your companion, offered you that all your doubts about yourself may disappear before its pure formless awareness. See in it pure formless awareness of perfect love's extension.
Yeah, I just did a global replace instead of fixing there. See in him, pure formless awareness of perfect loves. Let's just make that perfect loves extension. For in it, its source waits. For in him, see what the original was. For in him, his father waits. Yeah, so for in him, his source waits for your acknowledgement. That it created you as part of.
Or extended you.
Yeah, extended you. It's part of itself. Okay. So any thoughts on that?
Well, it's seeing in my companion reflected pure formless awareness that is in me. The one mind that extends through all of us.
Yeah. So this every person can awaken you from the dream.
Yeah.
If you perceive him correctly or
Yeah.
her correctly.
I remember the phrase, we need other people to remind us who we are, of who we are. So if we are seeing ourselves reflected back at ourselves. That pure formless awareness.
Yeah, and so what we choose to see in our companions is critical, because if we see the ego in them, then we allow the ego in us to dominate our thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And if we see the pure formless awareness in them, then that's what arises in us.
Mm-hmm. See in him pure, perfect love's extension. For in him, his source waits for your acknowledgement, and that it extended you as part of itself. Extended you as part of itself, yes. Yes, I've got that.
Yeah, so again and again he teaches us this message that only through how we perceive our companions is how we're going to perceive ourselves. And so one of the quickest ways is to change your perception of your companions.
Yeah.
Awaken yourself. And so in relationship, the holy relationship becomes the fast track to correcting your misperceptions and finding your own true awareness.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is quite a unique aspect of the course. There's many spiritual paths, as you know, but I haven't seen one that is as focused on the perception of your brother and the holy relationship as a means of awakening.
Mm-hmm.
And this, you could argue, is the primary saying let go, but let go in the relationship to change your perception. And that person then becomes your awakener, because you've got to let go of your own ego belief system around that person, which is now being projected onto them. Drop that all and just see the true awareness.
Yeah.
And then that must awaken your own awareness. And if you do that consistently, he's saying this is the fast track to enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
Fast, quicker than just sitting on your own and meditating for years and years.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I know that for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so anything else about paragraph 1? Should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Without you, there would be a lack of in pure formless awareness of perfect love. The state of pure formless awareness incomplete, an extension without a source.
I think this originally was heaven. Son without a father, a heaven incomplete. Okay, so actually there would be a lack in pure formless awareness of perfect love. The state of pure formless awareness incomplete. A son without a source, an extension without a source. Maybe that needs an and. What do you think? And an extension.
Yeah, definitely.
Source. Without you.
Yeah.
It's quite a profound statement, actually.
It is. It all.
So you complete the picture. Without you, there would be an apparent lack.
Yeah. It's not outside of me. I'm integral to the whole plan. There could be no universe, no reality. Well, that's true, because I wouldn't be here to perceive it. For what pure formless awareness of perfect love wills is whole and part of it, because its will is one. Nothing alive is not part of him, and nothing is but alive. Nothing is but is alive in him. Right, okay. So perfect love is everything. Nothing unreal exists. Yeah.
Okay, that's awareness. Well as awareness, maybe.
Yeah.
Awareness is one.
So for what pure formless awareness perfect wills is whole and part of it, because its awareness is one. Yeah. Your companion's pure formless awareness shows you that pure formless awareness of perfect love is one with it and you, that what he has is yours, because you are not separate from it nor from its source. What he has is
one with itself, maybe. Maybe with itself. Is one with itself and you.
Yeah.
Companions that
And what he has is yours because you're not separate from it.
What he has is yours.
Yeah.
From him. The only problem with global replaces is sometimes it's not appropriate. But that's why we have to go through it. From him, nor from his source. And then this, nothing alive that is not part of it. Nothing alive that is not part of him, and nothing is but is alive in it. Okay, so nothing alive. Nothing alive. I think just take out the that. Nothing alive is not part. How about this awareness instead of the it? Nothing alive is not part of this awareness. Nothing is but is alive in it. So I'm kind of repeating himself. Nothing is but is alive in it.
Nothing exists.
Nothing that
Is outside of it.
that exists. Nothing that is, maybe, but is alive. Nothing that is. How about we make it into a positive? Everything that has life lives in it. I think that's better. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Part of this verse. And everything that, instead of the double negatives, everything that is life lives in it. Nothing alive is not part of this awareness. And then just saying the same thing, but in a positive way. Everything that is life lives in. I think this awareness might be better. Nothing alive is not part of this awareness, and everything that has life lives in this awareness. Yeah, I think that's better than the original. Nothing alive that is not part of him, and nothing is but is alive in him. Okay?
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that paragraph?
It's a reiteration of the idea that I am this natural extension and integral to the whole plan. Because everything is one. All the awareness of pure formless awareness of perfect love is one. Nothing is outside of it. Nothing that has life lives outside of this awareness. So of course my companion's pure formless awareness, when I see it, shows me that love is everywhere. You're not and we are not separate, any of us, from source.
And this was holiness, your brother's holiness. So I've translated holiness as pure formless awareness.
Yeah.
Shows you that pure formless awareness of perfect love is one with itself and you.
Yeah, good.
So that let's make that, so that what he has is yours, because you are not separate from him nor from his source. So if he's pure formless awareness of perfect love, and you perceive him in that light, then so must you be. It's inevitable that your mind draws that conclusion. Which is why how you see your brother is so critical.
Yeah.
Okay, happy with that one?
Yep. Okay. Nothing is lost to you in all the universe. Nothing that pure formless awareness of perfect love created or extended has it failed to lay before you lovingly as yours forever. And no thought within its mind is absent from your own. It is its will you share, its love for you. It's you share its love for you and look upon yourself as lovingly as he conceived of you before the world began, and as he knows you still, as it knows you still. Pure formless awareness of perfect love does not change its mind about its extension with passing circumstance, which has no meaning in eternity where it abides, and you with it.
That has no meaning. I think that's better than which. Eternity where
it abides, and you with it. Your companion is as it created it, him.
about where abide or live? What do you think? Abide's quite old-fashioned.
Live.
Yeah, I think so. Where you live. Where you live with it.
Your companion is as it created him.
Extended him.
And it is this that saves you from a world that it did not extend.
Yes, has it extended him, and it is this. So it is this recognition. Maybe it needs. It is this. What do you think? It needs a word. It needs a word like recognition.
That's good.
That saves you, awakens you. Should we make that awakens?
Mm-hmm.
In the world, and it did not create or extend. I think create. It did not create. The ego created it.
Right.
We're talking about the miscreation of the world, which has not been eternal. It happened in time. So I think create's appropriate there. It did not create. Do you want to read it from the top? There's quite a bit of change.
Nothing is lost to you in all the universe. Nothing that pure formless awareness of perfect love extended, has it failed to lay before you lovingly as yours forever. And no thought within its mind is absent from your own. It is its awareness you share its love for you. It is its awareness.
It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
It's will. I think we need to keep will there.
It is its will.
Will or intention. What do you think? We just keep will. Will or intention?
Intention.
It's intention. You share its love for you.
And look upon yourself as lovingly as it conceived of you before the world began and as it knows you still. Right. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a nice thought. Before the world began.
Yep.
So this is an eternal love,
Yeah.
which has always been there. So it was never created. We were never created. We've always been.
Yeah.
Which is why we change it from created to extended.
Pure formless awareness of perfect love does not change its mind about its extension with passing circumstance that has no meaning in eternity, where you live with it. Your companion is as it extended him. And it is this recognition that wakes you from a world that it did not create. Yeah. His mind is absent. So nothing is lost. Perfect love is mine forever, as it was laid before me, before the world began. Yeah. No thought within its mind is absent from your own, because nothing exists out with that mind. Whatever happens, perfect love does not change its mind about me, no matter what's happened, because events have no meaning in eternity where I live in pure formless awareness. And my companion is as perfect love extended him. And my recognition of that is my awakening from this world that was not created, was created by the ego, not by perfect love.
Yeah. So again, as you see him, so you'll see yourself.
Yeah.
Because nothing changes in eternity.
No. Yeah.
So whatever's passing, whatever changes, is by definition not true.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the awakening from all the ego's dreams, because the ego is always changing, shifting, changing, differences, circumstances, events, places, people, events, all this stuff is part of its construct. And in eternity, none of that means anything.
Mm-hmm.
Eternity is a constant state. And then universe, we did have universe here. I think previously we translated universe as true reality. Could be no universe and no reality.
Mm-hmm.
There could be no, how about no true reality there. And then reality down here. Lost in all reality.
Okay.
And just nothing is lost to you in reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes more sense to me than universe.
Yeah, in all the universe. Well, the problem with the universe is it's going to be misinterpreted by most people as the physical universe.
As time and space, exactly.
Which is not, it's not what he actually means.
No.
He's meaning the universe of truth, but then he hasn't capitalized it. Well, they haven't capitalized it. So then it's like small universe, which is very confusing. So he's lost to you in reality.
Yeah.
I think that's simple, nice, pointed to the true reality. Pure formless awareness of perfect love has not failed to lay before you. I think the pure formless awareness of perfect love extended. The pure formless awareness, if you say that in the positive, pure formless awareness of perfect love has not failed to extend everything to you
Mm,
lovingly. Do you think that's a better way of saying it?
mm,
And nothing that pure formless one extended has it failed.
mm-hmm.
So pure formless awareness of perfect love. I just think the active case rather than passive, and not using double negatives, using positives, it just makes it a whole lot easier to read.
Yeah.
Pure formless awareness of perfect love has extended everything it ever extended to you.
Hmm.
Lovingly. How about that?
What about it? Perfect love has lovingly extended everything it ever extended to you. Has extended everything it ever extended lovingly to you. Okay.
I think
Yours
that's,
for
is that better than the original?
yes.
Nothing that God created as he failed to lay before you lovingly as yours forever.
I am very happy with that, to read a sentence without the word fail.
Yeah. I don't know why he uses the double negative so much, Nothing has failed rather than everything has succeeded. But anyway, I guess that's,
The many Christians in the world would find that very odd language because it was predicated on sin.
yeah, well, maybe it's part of that, the whole, I mean, that's why he's used traditional language to, appeal to that audience, Christ, and to appeal to a traditional Christian audience. But I
That's what
think,
yeah,
there must have been a reason why I used the language.
yeah.
But I think it's time for some translation because it's not that accessible to a lot of people because of this. Not just the terminology, but the way it's written. The double negatives and nothing but this, instead of saying in the positive, and a lot of passive tense rather than active tense. And in writing, they always say write actively, not passively. Avoid the use of passive sentences. Okay, so do you want to read that whole one through? Let's just check it, make sure it's okay.
Okay. Nothing is lost to you in reality. Pure formless awareness of perfect love has extended everything it ever extended lovingly to you as yours forever. And no thought within its mind is absent from your own. It is its intention you share its love for you and look upon yourself as lovingly as it conceived of you before the world began and as it knows you still. As it still knows you? Or
Yeah, I'm just going to fix this because there's another negative then. Every thought within its mind is in your own. It's again, instead of the negative, say in the positive. Every thought within its mind is in your own. Much simpler.
yeah.
Sorry, so your question was?
Received you, there was something else. And as it still knows you, as it knows you still. As it knows you still is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Pure formless awareness of perfect love does not change its mind about its extension with passing circumstance that has no meaning in eternity, where you live with it. Your companion is as it extended him, and it is this recognition that awakens you from a world that it did not create.
So I wonder if we make it simpler. It extended your companion. What do you think? It extended your companion as he is in truth.
Yeah.
It's this recognition that awakens you from a world that it did not create. And recognizing this how about that will awaken you.
Recognizing this will awaken you from a world that it did not create. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so thoughts on that?
Well, I did give my thoughts, and then we had a few fiddles around with the translation. Yeah.
Okay, so you're happy?
Yeah.
Again, the message is clear. Just it's about seeing your companion as he is in truth, and that awakens you to your own true nature. Okay, so number 4, forget not.
Yet not that the healing of pure formless awareness of perfect love's extension is all the world is for.
So let's say do not forget then.
That is the only purpose the remembrance of perfect love sees in it, and thus the only one it has. Until you see the healing of the extension as all you wish to be accomplished by the world, by time and all appearances, you will not know the source nor yourself. That's a good sentence. Until you see healing of the extension, this is all this world is for.
Okay, so I'm just changing that to perceives, and so the only one it has. Thus the only one it has. And the only purpose and remembrance of perfect love perceives in it. And so, and therefore, maybe instead of thus, and therefore the only one it has. So this is the world, and therefore the only one it has in truth. So you see, so number 3.
Yeah, until you see the healing of the extension as all you wish to be accomplished by the world, by time and all appearances, you will not know the source nor yourself. What about until you see that the healing of the extension is all you wish?
Until you wish only. Okay, so here we go. We can change this. Until you wish only for the healing of the extension of perfect love. So you wish only for the healing and the extension of perfect love. Only for the healing and the extension of perfect love to be accomplished by the world, by time and all appearances. You will not know the source nor yourself. You wish only for the healing, extension of perfect love to be accomplished by the world, by time and all appearances. You will not know the source nor yourself. I think that's a bit simpler. So we must want or wish until you wish only.
Until you want only for the want is stronger.
Make it want. So you want only for the healing of extension of perfect love to be accomplished by the world. So that's the world's only purpose. You want only that to be accomplished by the world, the healing. So there's no other purpose that you see the world has by time and all appearances. So you're not fooled by any other purposes that you've assigned to the world. You will not know the source nor yourself. So you want to continue?
The world, for you will use the world for what it is not, for what is not its purpose, and will not escape its laws of violence and death.
Use the world for what is not its purpose. Maybe for a false purpose.
Yeah. Incorrect.
For a false purpose. Use the world for what is not its purpose is a bit clumsy.
Yeah.
False purpose.
And will not escape its laws of violence and death.
For then, how about for then, you will use the world for a false purpose and will not escape its laws of violence and death. So this is what we're all tempted to do, is use it for another purpose. And then the laws of violence and death underpin that. So even if you desire success on a worldly level, you say, well, I want this and I want that. The laws of violence and death that run through this world then govern you. There's no escaping those until you let go of the ego thought system.
Yet it is given you to be beyond its laws in all respects, in every way and every circumstance. In all temptation to perceive what is not there, and all belief, pure formless awareness of perfect love's extension can suffer pain because he sees himself, he sees itself as he is not.
Himself.
Yeah.
Himself.
Because he does not see himself correctly, or?
So all pain is the result of an incorrect self-perception. Because he sees himself as he's not. Okay, do you want to read it from the top?
Yeah. Do not forget that the healing of perfect love extension is all the world is for. That is the only purpose that a member of perfect love perceives in it, and therefore the only one it has in truth. Until you want only for the healing of the extension of perfect love to be accomplished by the world, by time and all appearances, you will not know the source nor yourself. For then you will use the world for a false purpose and will not escape its laws of violence and death. Yet it is given you to be beyond its laws in all respects, in every way and every circumstance, in all temptation to perceive what is not there, and all belief, pure formless awareness of perfect love's extension can suffer pain because he sees himself as he is not.
Because he sees himself as he is not.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, sorry, that didn't come through.
Oh.
Must have just
got
interrupted.
Yeah.
Okay, so any thoughts on that?
Well, it's remembering that this is the only reason for the world. It is the healing of me, the extension. It's the only one that has any truth. If I use the world falsely, I'm trapped in its egoic laws of violence and death. But it's been given. It's been given. The gift has been given me to see beyond these laws and to pull myself out of pain in a false belief that I am trapped in this world of pain and violence and death.
How about instead of it is given you, yet can.
You can transcend. Yes. Yeah. You can transcend laws in all respects, in every way, in every circumstance, in all temptation. Yeah, to perceive what is not there. And all the belief that I suffer pain because I see myself incorrectly.
So it is possible to rise above the battleground, transcend it all, and even while you still seem to be here, simply remain rooted in the truth of your pure formless awareness of perfect love. Okay, happy with number 4?
Yeah. Transcend. Okay, look on your companion and behold in him the whole reversal of the laws that seem to rule this world. See in its freedom. See in its freedom yours, for such it is. In his freedom. Let not his specialness obscure the truth in it, for not one law of death you bind it. Yet, for not one law of death you bind it to, will you escape. You bind him to, will you escape.
Yeah. Let's just go back to number 2. So I think if we say, perceive in his freedom yours, perceive
my freedom in his.
Yeah, perceive your freedom in his.
Yeah.
For such it is, for so it is. And then the first one, look on your companion. So behold in him the whole reversal. So perceive in your companion the whole reversal of the laws that seem to rule this world. I think that would be.
Hi.
You, my lady.
Oh, is that Lucy?
Hi.
Are you Lucy?
Hi.
Ah.
You're joining us?
I'm not. I've got a guest, and I've got a guest. Who I haven't seen for quite a long time, and she's staying over with me tonight. So I'm not going to join you this evening. But good to see you briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, it's really nice, isn't it? But I will see you soon.
Okay, yeah.
You're welcome.
Join us tomorrow afternoon if you can.
Oh, great. Thank you.
12:30.
Kiduk. Perceive in your companion the whole reversal of the laws. Perceive your freedom in his, for so it is. For so it is. Let not do not let his specialness obscure the truth in him.
Yeah. Not one law of death you bind him to, will you escape? You will not escape. One law of death. You find hold him to maybe. Hold him.
Not one sin you see in him keeps you both in hell. Are we making that victimhood?
Yeah, let's make it positive. And every sin, instead of not one sin. And every sin you see, every sin you perceive, in him
keeps you both.
keeps you both in. Yeah, I think victimhood is a much keeps you both in victimhood. As victims of a seemingly cruel world. And it also refers to the help, the descent into hell diagram, which hell is the helpless innovator little life.
Yeah.
Which is the victim.
Yeah.
Identity.
Yet will his perfect sinless, his perfect innocence.
Yeah, his perfect. It's interesting that he uses the negative so much. This perfect innocence will release you both.
For pure formless awareness is quite impartial, with one judgment made for all it looks upon.
All it perceives, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And that is made not of itself, but through the voice that speaks for pure formless awareness, perfect love in everything, that lives and shares its being, and that is made not of itself.
So this judgment, I think we should put. This judgment. So this is the Holy Spirit's judgment he's talking about.
Yeah.
Judgment is made not of itself, maybe not by itself. It's quite impartial, made for all it perceives. Let's just have a look at the original. And that is made not of itself, through the voice that speaks for God. So the judgment is not made of itself. I think that's a bit confusing. Maybe not from the ego. Not. This judgment is made. And judgment is made, not is not made. By the belief in separation of itself, like some kind of disconnected judgment.
Mm-hmm.
This judgment is not made in separation. I think that's quite a nice way of saying it. What do you think?
I like that.
It's not made in separation as a, in some kind of separate mind, but through the voice that speaks for pure formless awareness of perfect love. In isolation, I know, that's a good one. In isolation rather than separation, what do you think?
Yep.
Does that work?
Yep.
Through the voice that speaks for pure formless awareness of perfect love in everything that lives and shares its being. Nice. Okay, do you want to read it again from the top? And then
Perceive,
Your commentary on it?
perceive in your companion the whole reversal of the laws that seem to rule this world. Perceive your freedom in his, for so it is. Do not let his specialness obscure the truth in him, for you will not escape one law of death you hold him to. And every sin you perceive in him keeps you both in victimhood. Yet his perfect innocence will release you both, for pure formless awareness is quite impartial, with one judgment made for all it perceives. And this judgment is not made in isolation, but through the voice that speaks for pure formless awareness of perfect love in everything that lives and shares its being.
Okay, so what's he saying there in summary?
Well, he's saying that my perception of the perfect love in a companion frees me from all the laws of separation in this world. But if I perceive otherwise, it keeps us both in victimhood. So it's the way to release.
Again, see his innocence and you're innocent. See his sin and you must be sinful.
Yeah.
And this is why it's so important. How you perceive your companions.
Yeah.
Correction and perception.
Yeah.
Even when they've erred, they've made an error, you must correct, because if you don't correct, then what you're seeing is the error, and you're focusing on that, and that makes the error into a sin, and it seems to be permanent and real. And then that all of that denies that pure formless awareness of perfect love is there.
True.
Whole reversal, the laws that seem to rule this world. Quite profound, right? Imagine seeing in every companion the whole reversal of the laws. I mean, what an enlightened perception you'd have of everyone. This person is symbolizing the reversal of all these laws of time and space for me. And I perceive that my freedom is his freedom. There's no competition. This is the end of competition.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, his freedom is my freedom. So, I only want the best for him or her, because as he escapes or she escapes, so I escape.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I know that feeling.
And we go together as mighty companions to the truth. Okay, so anything else about that? Any questions?
It's clear for me.
Comments?
No, that's clear for me.
Okay, good. So moving on to number 6.
It is its sinlessness, or it is its innocence that the eyes that perceive can look upon.
So see, it is his sinlessness. Yeah, yes, it is. It is.
His sinlessness that eyes.
No, it's the referring to the God, pure formless awareness, perfect love. But I always think at the start of a paragraph you should have it is
Perfect love's innocence.
Yeah, because remember when this was dictated, there were no paragraphs. It was just free flow, and then they put the paragraphs in. It's perfect love's innocence, that eyes that see can look upon. That eyes, so we should keep the imagery of see. Eyes that see and look upon. Perfect love's innocence. So eyes, instead of, just reverse it. Eyes that see and look upon. Eyes that see truly. How about true perception? True perception can perceive.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Perfect love's innocence. That's simpler.
Yeah. It is its loveliness they see in everything.
They see again. Let's make it active. So he also does this thing with reversing sentence structure. So they see in everything.
Its loveliness.
They see its loveliness in everything. Even better.
Yeah.
True perception can perceive perfect love's innocence. They see. Okay, so true perception. So those who perceive truly perceive its loveliness in everything.
And it is he they look for everywhere and find no sight nor place nor time where he is not.
And they look for,
Perfect love everywhere.
yeah, I think so. They look for perfect love everywhere. Find no sight, nor place, nor time where he is not. And they look for perfect love everywhere. And again, he uses a negative. Perceive it in every sight. See it, because we're talking about sight. See it in every sight.
Yeah.
Place. And they look for perfect love everywhere.
And see it in every sight, time. Yeah. And every sight, place, and time.
See it or perceive it? What do you think? Do you think perceive or see is better than?
I perceive. Still my perception.
Perceive is open, is more open than see. And they look for perfect love. Perceive it in every sight, place, and time.
Mm-hmm. Within your companion's pure formless awareness, the perfect frame for your awakening and the world's is set the shining memory of it in whom your companion lives and you along with it.
Okay, so we can make that better. Within your companion's pure formless awareness, perfect frame for your awakening in the world. So your companion's pure formless awareness is the perfect frame for your awakening in the world. Set the shining memory of it in whom your companion lives. And so so the perfect frame for your awakening and the world's
Is within.
Is within your companion's pure formless awareness. Set the shining memory of it, for whom your companion lives. perfect frame for your awakening in the world, in your companion's pure formless awareness, and shining memory of it in whom your companion lives, you along with it. Shining memory of it, of this awareness, which your companion loves, which you and your companion love. Perfect frame for your awakening world is within your companion's pure formless awareness, and let's just read the original. In your brother's holiness, the perfect frame for your salvation in the world. Within the holiness is set the shining memory of him. Okay, so perfect frame for your awakening in the world is within your companion's pure formless awareness. Perfect frame for your awakening in the world. And in its companion's pure formless awareness, and in its presence, you will remember this awareness which you and your companion love. How about that?
That's neat.
I think so.
Mm.
And in its presence, you will remember this awareness in which you and your companion love. So read it from the top. Let's just see if that makes sense.
True perception can perceive perfect love's innocence. Those who truly perceive our loveliness in everything. They look for perfect love everywhere and perceive it in every sight, place, and time. The perfect frame for your awakening and the world's is within your companion's pure formless awareness, and in its presence, you will remember this awareness in which you and your companion live.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it's more understandable than the kind of elaborate. I mean, he uses these words, but it's so elaborate that I think a lot of people get lost.
yeah.
In your brother's holiness, the perfect frame for your salvation and the world, comma, is set the shining memory of him in whom your brother lives, and you along with him. Not the easiest sentence construction, I would say.
No, it is not. Let
You can
not
see why people struggle.
Do not let your eyes be blinded by the veil of specialness that hides the face of your true self from it, and you as well.
Do not let your eyes be blinded. Do not let your perception be veiled.
Mm-hmm. Veiled by the veil.
Okay. Do not be obscured, maybe. Be limited. How about that?
By the veil of specialness that hides the face of your true self from it, and you as well. You mean, does that mean that you're fooling yourself? You're hiding the face of your true self from perfect love, and you as well.
Yeah. Just see the original.
Oh, from him.
Christ, from him. So
I'm confused.
that's from your brother. Do not let your perception be limited by the veil of specialness that hides the face of your true self him.
From your companion. Yeah. What about from
Yeah.
your companion?
Highlight from both of you. From both,
Yes.
from
Yes.
both of you. That's simple. And him as well. So you kind of tax that onto the end, and you as well.
I know.
Again, this construction makes it a bit.
And
Yeah,
let
more-
fear of pure formless awareness of perfect love no longer hold the vision you were meant to see from you.
Do not let.
Yeah.
Do not let the fear of pure formless awareness, the fear of perfect love. Do not let the fear of perfect love hold the vision you're meant to see.
From yourself.
And prevent you from seeing the vision you were meant to see. See? No longer hold the vision you are meant to see from you. Right. Do not let the fear of perfect love prevent you from perceiving the truth. You're meant to see, perceiving the truth in your, perceiving the truth in your companion and yourself. Do not let fear of perfect love prevent you from perceiving the truth in your companion and yourself. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah.
And with, and let the fear of God no longer hold the vision you're meant to see from you.
Yeah, absolutely. Your companion's body shows not your true self to it does not show your true self to you.
Shows not your true self to you. Okay. So companion's body does not show your true self to you. It's set forth in its pure formless awareness. So look. He is, your brother's body shows not Christ to you. He is set forth within his holiness. Set forth. I'm not sure. Normally set forth means you take a journey.
Yeah.
So you're using a different context here.
I'm just going to
He
get
is set within its pure formless awareness. True self to you. So this true self does not show you, does not show your true self to you. Does not show you your true self. True self lies within. His holiness within lies within his himself lies within his pure formless awareness. Okay, let's go gonna get some cup of tea as well. Alrighty. Okay, do you want to read that one from the top?
Through perception, you can perceive perfect love's innocence. Those who perceive truly perceive its loveliness in everything. They look for perfect love everywhere and perceive it in every sight, place, and time. The perfect frame for your awakening and the world's is within your companion's pure formless awareness, and in its presence, you will remember this awareness in which you and your companion live. Do not let your perception be limited by the veil of specialness that hides the face of your true self from both of you. And do not let the fear of perfect love prevent you from perceiving the truth in your companion and yourself. Your companion's body does not show you your true self. Your true self lies within his pure formless awareness. Yeah.
So what's saying there?
Well, if I truly perceive, then loveliness is everywhere, in every sight, place, and time. The innocence and the everything of perfect love. And this is, in my companion, lies this opportunity for my awakening and the whole world's, as I see his pure formless awareness.
I see my true self in him. I mean, that's really the key. Namaste, I see you. I see you as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I see myself.
Mm-hmm.
The projection of the ego or the true self, depending on what you choose to see.
Yeah.
Okay, happy with that?
Yes.
Any questions? Shall we
Yeah, let's crack on.
move swiftly on to number 7?
Choose then its body or its pure formless awareness as what you want to see, and which you choose is yours to look upon.
His body,
His
that
body.
should be. Choose then his body or
His pure formless awareness.
as what you want to see.
Mm-hmm. And which you
You want
choose.
to perceive. Which you choose is yours to look upon. She chooses yours to perceive. Maybe there's a better way of saying this. So Choose then his body. Choose what you want to perceive.
Which you choose is yours to perceive. Yeah, so it's your choice.
Choose then his body or his pure formless awareness is what you want to perceive, and which you choose is yours to perceive. Okay, I think we'll keep it as that.
Yet you will choose in countless situations and through time that seems to have no end until the truth be your decision.
Countless situations, and through time that seems to have no end. So he's saying there's always this choice over and over, and time that seems to go on forever.
To me, it sounds like until you wake up to the fact that you have a choice.
Yet, so how about yet until the truth? Yet, till the truth is your decision. You will choose in countless situations and through time that seems to have no end. Choose in countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. Choose in countless situations. Until the truth. How about that? Yet until the truth is your only decision.
Yes, until the truth is your decision. Is that mean until you decide to choose correctly?
No. You choose only the truth. Until you choose, how about even more direct? Until you choose only the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
You will choose in countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. You will continue to have to make choices. Countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. So saying this is going to carry on for a long, long time unless you choose only the truth consistently.
Yeah.
And you choose only the truth consistently. Continue to have to make choices in countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. Happy with that?
Yeah.
So maybe you'll continue to need to make choices. To choose, that's better. Continue to need to choose in countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. Okay.
For eternity is not regained by still one more denial of your true self in it.
This is in him, I think. Let's see. One more denial of Christ in him. Okay, so eternity is not regained for, and again, passive, for you will not regain eternity. You will not regain eternity by denying your true self in Him. By denying your true self lives in Him. One more time. Still one more denial. So the temptation is to deny it again and saying this, you're never going to regain eternity.
Yeah.
You'll not regain eternity by denying that your true self lives in Him. Again, maybe one more time, again. No, that's nice. For you will not regain eternity by denying that your true self lives in Him again. Happy with that?
Would it not be better for you will not regain eternity by denying again that your true self lives in Him? And where is your awakening but if He is but a body? Where is your peace but in its pure formless awareness? And where is pure formless awareness the perfect love itself, but in that part of it He set forever in your companion's pure formless awareness?
Okay, so this is His pure formless awareness.
Where is your awakening if He is only a body? Where is your peace but in His pure formless awareness? And where is the pure but in that part of Him He sets forever in your companion's pure formless awareness, that you might see the truth about yourself, set forth at last in terms you recognized and understood.
It's just some is that Kenneth? Is just some background noise going on there?
Kenneth.
Where is your peace, but in His pure formless awareness? Where is your awakening if He's only a body? Where is your peace, except in His pure formless awareness? Where is pure formless awareness of perfect love itself, but in that part of it, it's set forever. So that part of itself, it's set forever in your companion's pure formless awareness. It, part of itself, it set forever, it included forever maybe. In your companion's pure formless awareness. So that you might see the truth about yourself, set forth at last in terms you recognized and understood. You might perceive the truth about yourself, set forth, maybe stated, in terms you recognize and understood. Set forth, stated, expressed maybe.
Yeah.
Expressed. Last in terms you recognize, expressed in terms you recognize and understood. Should we keep at last where it was?
Expressed at last is fine.
Yeah. Okay, do you want to read it from the top?
Choose then his body or his pure formless awareness as what you want to perceive and which you choose is yours to perceive. Yet until you choose only the truth consistently, you will continue to need to choose in countless situations in time that seems to go on forever. And you will not regain eternity by denying again that your true self lives in him. And where is your awakening if he is only a body? Where is your peace except in his pure formless awareness? And where is pure formless awareness of perfect love itself? But in that part of itself, it included forever in your companion's pure formless awareness, so that you might perceive the truth about yourself, expressed at last in terms you recognized and understood.
Any thoughts about that? Maybe a little
Yeah, just keep on choosing
summary.
incorrectly. You just keep on choosing again and again, over and over, until you realize, until you choose only the truth and keep on choosing the truth.
And that's when you escape.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
A good illustration. So he's going through the same day over and over, and he
Yeah.
keeps making the choices.
Yeah.
Until eventually he starts to cotton on. So, okay, look, I need to make some better choices here about how I treat other people. And when he started to really give and connect and share and love, that's when he escaped. And Groundhog Day ended. So it's a good demonstration of enlightenment, really, saying, well, this is how it works. You're going to be trapped in this very dark, limited state until you start to perceive your brothers differently, instead of trying to use them for his selfish purposes, which is what he's doing when he started the movie. He started to genuinely care and give.
Yeah, true.
And that's what got him out of the loop in the end. When he finally, I think he had that final encounter with the woman, and he had the hots for, and instead of wanting to get her into bed or wanting what he wanted, it was like he actually gave to her. It was like a genuine kind of selfless giving.
Yeah.
And when he did that, then it opened up, and the next morning he was like, oh, it's actually the next day and I've moved on. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that
He
great.
got over the limits of his own ego desires, and realized that it's all about giving to others. Okay, so happy with number
it's number 7.
Yeah. Number 7 done. Number 8.
Your companion's pure formless awareness is sacrament and benediction unto you. Its errors cannot withhold pure formless awareness of perfect love's blessing from itself, nor you who see it truly.
His errors. From himself, nor you who see him truly. I don't know why it's a himself and not just him. Nor from you who see him truly. Yeah, you want to carry on? His mistakes.
His mistakes can cause delay, which it has given you to take from him, that both may end a journey that has never begun and needs no end. What never was is not a part of you. Yet you will think it is until you realize that it is not a part of him who stands beside you. He is the mirror of yourself, wherein you see the judgment you have laid on both of you. Your true self in you beholds his pure formless awareness, wherein you perceive the judgment you've laid.
Laid or made? Should I make it made?
Okay.
And then this, number 3, his mistakes can cause delay, which is given you to take from him, that both may end a journey that has never begun and needs no end. Given you to take from him. So what he's talking about is take his mistakes from us. He's given you to take from him, that both may end a journey that has never begun and needs no end. So take from him, I think he means is to let go of. Mistakes can cause delay, but you can take these from him.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe just to say how we do that by letting go your misperceptions.
Good.
Of your misperceptions, so that both of you may end a journey that has never begun.
Okay.
It needs no end. But there's the paradox. You may end a journey that has never begun, or that was never begun, instead of what was. End a journey that was never begun, and needs no end. In truth. What never was is not a part of you. You will think it is when you realize it's not a part of him who stands beside you.
It's a misperception.
Not a part of anyone who stands beside you.
It's feedback.
It's not. Your companion is the mirror of yourself, wherein you perceive in whom, not wherein, I'd say, mirror of yourself, in whom you perceive the judgment you have made on both of you. Yeah. He actually talks about the mirror here. She names it as the mirror. So the companion, other people are just the mirror of yourself, in whom you perceive the judgment you have made on both of you. Christ in you. So your true self beholds its pure formless awareness, beholds his holiness. Beholds. So it perceives, shall we? Your true self perceives his pure formless awareness. Specialness looks on his body and beholds it not.
Yep.
Specialness looks on his body and does not see it. Because specialness focuses on the body and so cannot see what is intangible. Okay, you want to read it from the top?
Your companion's pure formless awareness is sacrament and benediction to you. His errors cannot withhold pure formless awareness of perfect love's blessing from him, nor from you who sees him truly. His mistakes can cause delay, but you can take these from him by letting go of your misperceptions so that both of you may end a journey that was never begun and needs no end in truth. What never was is not part of you, yet you will think it is until you realize that it is not part of anyone who stands beside you. Your companion is a mirror of yourself in whom you perceive the judgment you have made on both of you. Your true self perceives his true, pure, formless awareness. Your specialness looks on his body and does not see it.
Okay, so what's he saying there? In essence, in that paragraph.
That my companion's freedom and innocence is my blessing. His misperceptions never happened. It's a delay in human years, but it never really happened.
So if you can let go of your misperceptions of error in anyone, then you hasten the end of the journey for both of you.
Yeah.
The journey was never begun and needs no end in truth. So in truth, there is no journey. You never left pure formless awareness, and the whole thing never happened. But while you think it's happening, then you're letting go of your misperceptions about your companions is primary, saying, well, this is how the ego works. It's got you in its hold by you looking at others and you perceiving the error in them, and that perception makes the error real. It denies pure formless awareness, and you'll never escape until you're willing to let go of your misperceptions and see that both of you are this pure formless awareness, and you're totally innocent.
Totally innocent. Yeah.
And
Good.
yeah, we just have to keep reminding ourselves of that, because it's so easy to miss the mark and start focusing on error rather than looking beyond it to the truth. Okay, so happy with number 8?
Yeah.
Nine.
See him as what he is, that your deliverance may not be long. A senseless wandering without a purpose and without accomplishment of any kind is all the other choice can offer you. Futility of function not fulfilled will haunt you while your companion lies asleep, till what has been assigned to you is done and he is risen from the past. He who condemned himself and you as well is given you to save from condemnation along with you. And both shall see pure formless awareness of perfect love's glory in its extension, whom you mistook as flesh and bound to laws that have no power over him at all.
Okay. Let's just have a look. Does anything need to change? See him as what he really is. Perceive him as what he really is, so that your deliverance may not be long. And your deliverance, so that the time to your deliverance is missing a bit there. Times your deliverance will not be long. Happy with that translation?
Yeah, it's good.
Senseless wandering without a purpose and without accomplishment of any kind. It's all the other choice can offer you. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Futility of function not fulfilled will haunt you while your companion lies asleep. So what has been assigned to you is done, and he has risen from the past. What has been assigned to you is done. And so until you've corrected your misperceptions,
Mm-hmm.
so how about changing that? Until you have let go of your misperceptions about your companion, and he has risen from the past. Risen from the past. So that means you no longer see him as, his past identity.
Yeah.
Let go of your misperceptions about your companion based on the past. His past. Well, it's actually the past because it's your past as well. Based on the past. Utility of function not fulfilled will haunt you. So it's saying you're not fulfilling your function while your companion lies asleep. Perceptions about your companion based on the past. Utility of function not fulfilled. Haunt you. Do you want to just do? Should we keep
We
that?
need to do anything.
You think that's okay?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Utility of function not fulfilled will haunt you while your companion lies asleep along with you.
Yeah.
Because actually we're both asleep.
Right.
You condemned himself. Look. You condemned himself, and you as well. He's given you to save from condemnation. Okay, so this needs a bit of translation. You condemned himself, and you as well. He's given you to save from condemnation, along with you. Okay, it's definitely a better way of saying that. Given you to save from condemnation. So, how about your task is to awaken him who condemned himself and yourself as well. So your task is to awaken him who condemned himself
Mm.
and yourself as well. To awaken him and yourself. To awaken even shorter, both you and him. You condemned yourselves. Both you and him, you condemned yourselves from condemnation. I think that's neater. The task is to awaken both you and him who condemned yourselves. Awaken both of you from condemnation. Awaken to free you, maybe. To free. The task is to free both you and him who condemned yourselves from condemnation. Save from condemnation. Yeah?
Nice.
And both shall see. Read the last sentence.
And both shall see pure formless awareness of perfect love's glory in its extension. That both shall perceive
Glory. Do you remember what we translated glory as?
magnificence.
Oh. Hold on. That's extension. Whom you mistook as flesh. Maybe which you mistook as flesh and bound to laws. Mistook as flesh and as bound to laws that have no power over him at all. She mistook, maybe misperceived. She misperceived as flesh and is bound to laws that have no power over him at all. Okay, I'll read that from the top.
Perceive him as what he really is, so that the time to your deliverance will not be long. A senseless wandering without a purpose and without accomplishment of any kind is all the other choice can offer you. Until you have let go of your misperceptions about your companion based on the past, futility of function not fulfilled will haunt you while your companion lies asleep along with you. Your task is to free both you and him who condemned yourselves from condemnation, and both shall perceive pure formless awareness of perfect love's magnificence in its extension, which you misperceived as flesh and as bound to laws that have no power over him at all. Yeah.
Maybe this, while your companion will haunt you, your companion, so you let go of your misperceptions about your companion based on the past while your companion lies asleep along with you. Futility of not. What do you think? Do you think that's better if I stick it into the previous part? So you want to read number 3?
Until you have let go of your misperceptions about your companion based on the past, while your companion lies asleep along with you, futility of function not fulfilled will haunt you.
Is that better than having it after?
Until you've let go of your past misperceptions about you, no, based on the. Yeah, it's going to have to say all of this. It's just a bit unwieldy.
So maybe we should. Do you think it's better if I keep it there? At the end rather than.
Yeah, I do. I liked it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it there. I think there's maybe too much packed into that first one.
Yeah.
Sentence loses its balance.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's he saying there?
Oh, what's he saying? Well, the longer we continue in this misperception, the longer. No, hang on. Till you've let go of your misconceptions based on the past. Free yourselves from condemnation. Yeah.
So until we do this, and we're willing to let go of our misperceptions, which are all based on the past.
Yep.
We are bound. We stay in this cycle of condemnation and judgment, attack thoughts, which make the illusion real and keep us away from pure formless awareness of perfect love. And we can't perceive these. We see only what the ego wants us to see. But in truth, these laws have no power over this person or you at all. And our only task is to free both of you.
Yeah.
Everyone. Free yourself and free your brother as well. Companion as well. Okay? Happy with number 9?
Yeah. Okay. Would you not gladly realize these laws are not for you? Then perceive.
So maybe do you not want to? I think let's just go through it slowly, sentence by sentence, and translate as we go.
Yeah.
Do you not want to gladly realize these laws are not for you? Do you not gladly want? Do you not gladly want? To realize these laws are not for you. Okay?
Yeah. Then perceive him not as prisoner to them.
And do not perceive him. Do not perceive your companion. Both. So I think maybe it just needs a companion here. And do not perceive your companion as prisoner to them.
It cannot be what governs part of pure formless awareness of perfect love holds not for all the rest. It cannot be that what governs.
Yeah. part of perfect for holds not for all the rest. So how about what governs part of perfect love must governs part of perfect love must be true. Must be true for all the rest.
Okay.
Governs part of, how about instead of perfect love, governs part of pure formless awareness. I think that could work. Because then we've got awareness in there. Governs part of pure formless awareness must be true for all of it. Yeah, happy with that?
You place yourself under the laws you see as ruling him.
Yeah. He's really...
Think then how great the love. Oh, see.
How great the love
Of pure formless awareness of perfect love for you must be.
I think we're just, instead of how great, why not how perfect? I think that's better.
Okay. That he has given you a part of it to save from pain and give you happiness.
It has given you a part of it, given you a part of him to save from pain and give you happiness. He has given you, it has given you a part of itself. To free from pain. Perfect and love of performance awareness for you must be. When, instead of that. It has given you a part of itself to free from pain and give you happiness. Bring you happiness. Let's change that back. Okay, happy with that sentence? Think then how great the love of pure fullness for awareness for you must be when it has given you a part of itself to free from pain and bring you happiness. I'm going to continue. Never doubt.
Never doubt that your specialness will disappear before the will of pure formless awareness of perfect love, who loves each part of it with equal love and care.
I think just remove the will, because we're talking about awareness. Will is awareness before the pure formless awareness of perfect love, which loves each part of itself. equal love and care.
Ah,
You're struggling. The Christ,
I'm struggling.
the true self, in you can see your companion truly. Your true self in you, Christ in you, we don't need in you, just your true self can see your companion truly. When you decide against the pure formless awareness, it perceives. So do you want to really want to decide against the pure formless awareness it perceives? Do you want to read it from the top?
Do you not gladly want to realize these laws are not for you? Then do not perceive your companion as prisoner to them. What governs part of pure formless awareness must be for all of it. You place yourself under the laws you perceive as ruling him. Think then how great the love of pure formless awareness for you must be when it has given you a part of itself to free from pain and bring you happiness. And never doubt that your specialness will disappear before the pure formless awareness of perfect love, which loves each part of itself with equal love and care. Your true self can see your companion truly. Do you really want to decide against the pure formless awareness it perceives? Yeah.
I think if we say only your true self can see your companion truly. You really want to decide against the pure formless awareness it perceives.
Mm.
And the answer is surely obvious. Okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we've got 3 paragraphs to go. Do you think you can make it? Probably another.
Do you know, I'd really like to peel off now, Jono. I'm really tired. Yeah. So I'll go now. Yeah. All
Okay.
right. Yeah. Thank you now.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Cheers.
Speak soon.
Speak soon.
Okay, so let's complete this. Specialness. Specialness is the function that you gave yourself. Stands for you alone as self-created, self-maintained, in need of nothing, and unjoined with anything beyond the body. In its eyes, you are a separate universe. In its perception, gave yourself function or specialness. Stands for you alone as self-created, self-maintained, in need of nothing and unjoined with anything beyond the body. This perception you're a separate universe. It's all the power to hold itself complete within itself. Every entry shut against intrusion. Every window barred against the light. every entry shut against intrusion, and every window barred against the light. Always attacked and always furious. Anger always fully justified. You've pursued this goal with vigilance you never thought to yield, and effort that you never thought to cease. And all this grim determination was for this. Because you wanted specialness to be the truth. Vigilance you never thought to yield, to give up. And effort that you never thought to cease. And all this grim determination was because you wanted specialness to be the truth. So he's saying there that we've given ourselves the function of specialness, and we've been so determined to hold on to it that we've shut ourselves off from the truth and continue to attack, anger, justified, really pursued this goal with vigilance and huge effort to maintain. And all this grim determination, grim because it's leading us to suffering and death, was only because wanted specialness to be the truth. So we've chosen to specialness over holiness. Now, you many ask that you pursue another goal. Far less vigilance, little effort and little time. Little effort and little time. And with the power of pure formless awareness, the power of perfect love, maintaining it. Really asked to pursue another goal with far less vigilance. Another goal requiring little effort. Another goal requiring little effort and time with far less vigilance. With the power of perfect love maintaining it. Promising success. Yet of the two, is this one you find more difficult? Choice for spirit. Sacrifice. Self you understand. Or do you deem this cost too heavy? Sacrifice of self. Or do you deem this cost too heavy? I think that should be capital self. So how might you understand sacrifice of self? And sacrifice of choice, self, the one choice entails. And do not deem this cost too heavy. But a tiny willingness, a nod to pure formless awareness of perfect love, a greeting to your true self. Find a burden wearisome and tedious. You find a tiny willingness, a nod to pure formless awareness of perfect love, a greeting to your true self. A burden wearisome and tedious, a tedious and wearying burden. Too heavy to be borne. Yet too, the dedication to the truth as pure formless and awareness of perfect love established it. No sacrifice is asked. And no sacrifice is asked. No sacrifice. Yet no sacrifice to the dedication to the truth as pure formless awareness, perfect love established it. And no strain no sacrifice to the dedication to the truth as pure formless awareness, perfect love established it. And no strain is asked of you. And all the power of the state of pure formless awareness and the might of truth itself all the power of the state of pure formless awareness and the might of truth itself is given to provide the means and guarantee the goal's accomplishment. All the power of the state of pure formless awareness and the might of truth itself is given to provide the means and guarantee the goal's accomplishment. So you who believe it easier to see, let's just read this. Now you're merely asked to pursue another goal requiring little effort and time, with far less vigilance and with the power of perfect love maintaining it and promising success. Yet of the two, it is this one you find more difficult. You understand the sacrifice of self the one choice entails, and do not deem this cost too heavy. But you find a tiny willingness, a nod to pure formless awareness of perfect love, a greeting to your true self. Is a tedious and wearing burden too heavy to be borne. Greeting to your true self. Tedious and wearing burden too heavy to be borne, yet no sacrifice to the dedication to the truth as pure formless awareness, perfect love established it, and no strain is asked of you. And all the power of the state of pure formless awareness and the might of truth itself is given to you to provide the means and guarantee the goal's accomplishment. And what's he saying here? That although the goal of the ego, maintaining separation and specialness, seems to have a huge cost. It's tedious and it's wearing burden. We find we're willing to accept it, the price that it pays. We don't think this cost is too heavy, but we find a little willingness, a mere nod to pure formless awareness of perfect love. Find that too heavy a burden to be borne, and yet no sacrifice is required. No strain is asked of us, no sacrifice required. So, moving swiftly on to number 13, last paragraph. You believe it easier to see your companion's body his pure formless awareness. Be sure you understand what made this judgment. Here is the voice of specialness heard clearly, judging against your true self and setting forth for you the purpose that you can attain. Setting forth for you, giving you the purpose that you can attain. Telling you what you cannot do. Do not forget, this judgment must apply to what you do. It is your ally. And what you do through your true self, it does not know. To it, this judgment makes no sense. What you do through your true self, it does not know, for it the specialness does not know. What you do through your true self. Specialness does not know what you do through your true self. Judgment makes no sense at all. So specialness is judgment. For only what its source wills is possible. And there's no alternative for it to see. No alternative for it to perceive. From its lack of conflict comes your peace. And from its purpose comes the means for effortless accomplishment and rest. From this true self's purpose comes the means for effortless accomplishment and rest. From its purpose comes the means for effortless accomplishment and rest. Means for effortless accomplishment and rest. So what is he saying here? So that your true self cannot see the specialness as judgment. Special does not know what you do through your true self. Two are at odds. Specialness perceives only the truth. It has no conflict. Out of lack of conflict comes your peace, the means for effortless accomplishment and rest come from its purpose. So, pointing again to the non-dual truth, only one purpose, one meaning, one purpose. Okay, so the key message of this section is that, let's go back to the top, awakening from fear. Key message is that we see in our brothers perceive in others what is in our own minds. As we perceive in others what is in our own minds. So other people other people are the mirror of our own beliefs. Therefore, as we let go of our misperceptions about them and their errors, based on our past experiences. free ourselves and them to experience the their true self and identify with their true self and experience pure formless awareness. So therefore, as we let go of our misperceptions about them and their errors based on our past experiences, we free ourselves and them to identify with their true self, experience the pure formless awareness of perfect love that this inevitably brings. Experience the pure formless awareness that this inevitably brings. This process will accelerate our own awakening. This letting go process will accelerate our own awakening and the awakening accelerate for everyone. Everyone with whom we interact. And this purpose of awakening will be give us the means for effortless accomplishment and ultimate rest. Purpose of awakening will give us the means for effortless accomplishment and our ultimate rest. Let's read this. The key message of the section is that we perceive in others what is in our own minds. So other people are the mirror of our own beliefs. Therefore, as we let go of our misperceptions about them and their errors based on our past experiences, we free ourselves and others to identify with our true self and experience the pure formless awareness, perfect love this inevitably brings. True shared self, which is the Christ. This letting go process and accelerates. So therefore, as we let go of our misperceptions about others, so as we let go of our misperceptions about others and their errors, and their errors based on our past experiences, free ourselves and others to identify with our true shared self and experience the pure formless awareness of perfect love that this inevitably brings. This letting go process will accelerate our own awakening and the awakening of everyone with whom we interact. And the purpose of awakening from the dream will give us the means for its effortless accomplishment and our ultimate rest. And rest in God, in the pure formless awareness of perfect love. Okay. Okay, so I'll read it one more time. The key messages are sections we perceive in other people what is in our own minds. So other people are the mirror of our own beliefs. Therefore, as we let go of our misperceptions about others and their errors based on our past experiences, we free ourselves and others to identify with our true shared self, or the Christ in us, and experience the pure forms of awareness of perfect love that this inevitably brings. So Christ, the true self, brings the experience of pure formless awareness of perfect love, which is God. Christ leads to God, in other words. This letting go process will accelerate our own awakening and the awakening of everyone whom we interact. And the purpose of awakening from the dream will give us the means for its effortless accomplishment and our ultimate rest in the pure formless awareness of perfect love. Amen to that. So thank you to Iona for joining, and I hope this has been an illuminating section and will help you to awaken from fear by using your brothers, your companions, as a primary tool to do that, to change your mind about everything. You change your mind, your attitude towards them, and that changes everything. So, good practicing. Thanks for listening, and namaste, which means the pure formless awareness of perfect love in me acknowledges and honors that same pure formless awareness of perfect love in you.